The Denver Rio Grande Western began its long and storied life during 1870. Before long, the Colorado Mountain and Mineral Hauler linked the Colorado Front Range with Salt Lake City, Utah. The Rio Grande was the epitome of mountain railroading, with the motto of "Through the Rockies, not around them," and later, "Main Line through the Rockies." The D&RGW dispatch trains over the highest main line in the United States, the 10,240-foot Tennessee Pass, and famous routes through the Moffat Tunnel and Royal Gorge. At its 1890s peak, the Grande owned the largest narrow-gauge network in North America. On the surface, the slimmer, trimmer tracks seemed more economical than the prevailing 4 feet 8 1/2-inch standard gauge. Still, by 1887, the pint-sized railroad was widening main lines to match its connections. Several pieces of the impressive narrow gauge survived to become popular tourist trains. The fiercely independent D&RGW operated its own section of the California Zephyr a dozen years beyond Amtrak's formation. David swallowed Goliath in 1988 when its parent corporation, Rio Grande Industries, purchased the Southern Pacific Transportation Company. As a result, the larger identity was chosen.
Well, Mr. Anschutz was a rail buff, I think, but he bought the D&RGW. And we think he promptly got his money back because the first thing the man did, he used the D&RG property to lay fiber optic cable from here to Salt Lake City on the right-of-way. And right there he got his money back, for the railroad almost. And so he ran the D&RGW, and he got interested in the Southern Pacific, and he leveraged the D&RG assets to buy the great big Southern Pacific.
Let's return to those thrilling days of yesteryear, when the Centennial State's home railroad proudly decorated the colorful landscape.
There's 25 tunnels in 10 miles. And I don't know anywhere, even Switzerland, even Clinchfield. Clinchfield's got 17 tunnels in 11 miles. But up here, we have 25 in 10 miles. David Moffat built the railroad where nobody else could build the railroad. And one time, there at the turn of the century, he was the richest man in the state of Colorado, bar none, David Moffat, because of all his mining. And so he had money, and he said, there's got to be a railroad built due west of Denver to connect Denver and Salt Lake City without having to go either Pueblo and Royal Gorge up to Wyoming and across that way. It's got to be a direct way out of here. So one day he was standing on the back of his porch, 1901, with his granddaughter. Granddaughter's named Cubby here in Denver. It's wintertime, the mountains up there all glistening with snow and the moonlight. He said, Cubby, yeah, see those mountains? Yes, I do, Grandpa. I'm going to build a railroad up there. And Cubby looked at him and says, well, why, Grandpa? He said, so the people can get through. And Cubby, in her very young wisdom, nailed him to the wall and says, how, Grandpa? He said one word, dynamite. David Moffat's most brilliant stunt he did was to hire the engineer he did, Horace A. Sumner, his chief engineer. And at one time, and when he got building the railroad due west out of here, he had over 3,800 men on the payroll at one time, blasting those tunnels by hand.
While Amtrak and ski train passengers savor the scenery, it's just another nail-biting adventure for the hardy railroaders who tackle topography each day.